What's up, guys? Mad Fragger. I'm back yet again with another fragrance video for you. Today I want to share with you a couple offerings from Armaf and particularly their Odyssey line. There's a lot of great fragrances in this line. They all come in this bottle that looks kind of like a thermos that you would have had like in your middle school lunchbox, but nonetheless, they do make some great fragrances in this line. Really great cologne fragrances, and these two I acquired recently. I've given them both a few wears and they really impressed me, so I wanted to share them with you guys and turn you on to what I feel are a couple really good cologne fragrances out of this line. So the first one is going to be Odyssey Wild One, and this is an alternative to a very popular men's fragrance. Some would say maybe too popular, and that's going to be Dior Sauvage EDT. I believe it's still the best-selling men's fragrance on the market at this point, and it deserves it. Sauvage EDT gets a lot of hate, but it also gets a lot of love, and this one here is a great alternative to Sauvage. It has great performance, projects really well, lasts a long time, good quality, everything that you're going to look for in a Sauvage EDT alternative. I know that there are other Sauvage clones out there, of course, but for bang for your buck, for my money, this is the one that I would grab if I was wanting a Dior Sauvage alternative. This is the one that I think is the best way to go so far in my experience. These Armaf Odyssey fragrances in this Odyssey line, there's a lot of really good cologne fragrances in this line, and this one is a great grab and go. Like if I'm going to go out and mow grass or just run to the grocery store and I want to get that Dior Sauvage EDT DNA, this does an excellent job, and it is a really good alternative to Sauvage EDT. The next one that I have here is Armaf Oud, and this one is an alternative to Initio's Oud for Greatness. Now, I don't own Oud for Greatness, but I do have another really good Oud for Greatness clone, and that's one that a lot of you will be familiar with, and that's Lattafa's Oud for Glory. Now, both of these are really good clones of Oud for Greatness. They both have great quality, they both have great performance, and for the longest time, I felt like Oud for Glory was the definite way to go when it comes to an alternative to Oud for Greatness. But after I tried Odyssey Oud here in this gold bottle, what I found is I already liked Oud for Glory. Atomizer on both of these is really good. You know, nothing special, not pressurized, or nothing special really, but very good, gets the job done, good atomizers. And what I found is that I actually prefer the Odyssey Oud to Oud for Glory, in the way that it seems like it's a little more of a versatile alternative to Oud for Greatness than Oud for Glory. It's a lot fresher, a little bit sharper, and more vibrant, and the performance on it just as good as you're going to get here with Oud for Glory, if not a little better. And just something about this one, I really prefer this one actually over Oud for Glory. So if I was looking for an alternative to Initio's Oud for Greatness, and I didn't own either of these, and I was considering what cologne fragrance I wanted to pick up as an alternative to the Initio, I would at this point go with the Odyssey Oud, because when it comes to this DNA and it comes to this scent profile, I feel like the Odyssey Oud does it better even than the Oud for Glory. That's not to take anything away from Oud for Glory. This is a great scent. This is a great fragrance. And on both of these, the quality's there, the performance is there, all that kind of stuff. But I really was impressed by Odyssey Oud. Didn't really think that I really needed another clone of Oud for Greatness because, as I said, I've had Oud for Glory for probably like a year and a half now, and but when I tried this, then I realized that this is definitely worth picking up and worth having in the collection, because I do prefer this one over Oud for Glory. I didn't think that I would come to a point where I would say that, but it is the truth. This is a really good fragrance, and for the price point, you really can't beat this as an alternative to Inicio's Oud for Greatness. It is a great fragrance. And both of these Odyssey fragrances here, these both really surprised me, not only at how good of an alternative they are to the original fragrances, but the performance, the quality, everything. These are both really good fragrances to pick up, especially if you're somebody who's just kind of starting a collection and you wanted to explore some alternatives to some more popular fragrances, you know, at a more reasonable price point. Both of these are going to do that for you. Not going to break the bank, but they're both really great fragrances. They're both Eau de Parfum concentration. They're both 100 ml bottle, and they're both worth picking up and worth owning, worth having in your collection. So thanks for joining me again for another video, guys. I just wanted to share these with you. I thought that it was worth taking the time to let you know that these are both really good ones to have and both worth getting. So I'm the Mad Fragger. Thanks for joining me for another video. Like and subscribe if you like the content, and I will see you next time.